Pete, decent workout tonight against a stronger side than perhaps a lot of people expected.
Yeah, I think when we was looking at who they might bring, I think we expected a lot of the names here because of how they split their teams before. Yeah, good workout, but I just think we were poor in terms of our showing today. In our opinion, I think in the first half, we've given them 2 goals, and you can't give a team like that 2-goal head start, and it's always going to be difficult then to try and get a foothold in the game.
Did you learn anything tonight, Pitts, that you didn't know before?
Oh yeah, for sure. Listen, we're in pre-season, so it's better we see what happens now against tougher opposition and the way that they tried to pull us into areas and how we responded to that. So we just have to bring that to the training ground and make sure that we tighten up in those areas and move forward. It's not doom and gloom. It's okay, no problem. Something to fix. We get to the training ground, we fix it, and then we move forward.
Because there's some quality players in the Bromley lineup. Nicky Kabamba, great striker. Byron Webster, kind of a warhorse if you like. Great experience for some of the players to come up against players of that quality. Yeah,
for sure, and they should relish in that because it might never happen again. So for me, they stood up to the test in large parts of the game, which was good to see. We were committed and we fought. But it's just a little bit of sloppiness that allowed them to just take the game away from us, really.
So some disappointing elements to the game, but anything that pleased you tonight, Piers?
Yeah, I think they stayed together. We could have rolled over quite easily from going 2 goals down quite early, but they didn't. They tried to stick to task, and it's always going to be difficult against the opposition like Bromley, but they didn't fold. So that shows me that we've got some good characters in the room. And in the second half, I thought it was a much better showing than the first one. So it's progression in small chunks.
So we've seen a bit of transfer activity, if you like. A couple of new players come on. You want to tell us about those? Jack Matton and Marcel McIntosh, and a couple of others I think you might be trying to do some business on. Yeah,
I won't talk on who else we may be bringing in, but in terms of getting Jack in from Wickham, it's really good. I thought Jack was excellent against Leatherhead on the weekend. And then we had Arthur go down with an injury that we don't know yet how long he's likely to be out for. So we needed to bring him in anyway, but now even more so because of Arthur's injury. So yeah, I thought he did well tonight in spells as well, again up against a really quality opposition, and I thought he held his own for large parts of the game. So look forward to working with him, and again thank you to Wickham and Sam Grace for trusting in us in his development. But I think
can I just ask the details of that loan, Craig?
It's the same as Brodie, so it's a window-to-window loan. So we'll review it in and around the Christmas, January time, and then if they're happy for them to stay here, then they will stay on until the end of the season. So it's almost like a season-long loan with a review.
And Marcel, have we talked about him more?
Yeah, Marcel was with me. He's got a lot of work to do still because he come back from a serious leg break. I believe it happened last year, December. So he's one that I feel will have a bright future. So we'll get him in to loan him out for next season and just monitor his progress and progression for how he can help us through this season.
Now, of course, we've got folks in Invicta coming in on Saturday. A bit of spice in that game for obvious reasons I don't need to outline. An interesting fixture and presumably another one that you hope to learn a lot from. Yeah, listen, we know I played them last year and the management team down there have gone in and done a really good job. They've shuffled the pack. We will expect a very tough game, but it's exactly what we want just as we're going into the start of our season. So we'll prep for that and expect it to be competitive, which is kind of where we want to be now. And yeah, the boys get another workout for minutes in the legs before the start of the season comes. Final question, perhaps a bit of a toughie, but are Tonbridge Angels where you want them to be at this side? Is your team? And are you enjoying the challenge? Yeah, for sure. I think it will take time, right? Because everything is brand new. So, and we're not stupid to that fact. It will take time to embed what we want from players. The time that we get on the training ground isn't as much as we would like, etc. So it will come. We understand it will come in phases, and it's just making sure that we're prepared throughout that period to ensure that we instill our principles through the players that we have in the door. I think we're happy with the work and the players that we have in the building, but we have to keep working. It's going to be a continuous cycle of improvement that we're going to have to see from them because we are giving them a lot of detail, but we're trying to make sure that it's in a way that they can understand it and then emulate it. So we're getting there. But yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's been a great place to be. Been welcomed with open arms by everyone I've met and spoke to, which is good.
and got the time to spend with some fans after our last game, which was nice, as in here, when we were last here. So it's positive. So we just want to keep upbeat. We know that it's going to be a difficult season, but it's a challenge that we're all looking forward to.
William Pitts, thanks very much for your time.
Cheers. Thank you.